Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Naiavita GreyMoore's review of Mount&Blade with Fire and Sword. Now in this game as you can see here, this is the overworld map. It's sort of a third person or optional first person, which I prefer, medieval combat simulator. You can either besiege castles, raid villages, or just go around doing good. Rooting out bandits, saving villagers, farmers, whatever you wish. But, yeah, well, I don't have anything else to say because I can't really compare it to anything. There's no other game like it. Every other game of its kind lets you build up an army. As you can see here, I have a few militia and some mercenaries I hired. And there's me, of course. Have some basic skills. Level myself up a little bit before doing really the first quest that you're given, just so I could show you. Every other game like this, you raise your army and send them out to do something. In this game, you actually take place in the battles. You charge past on your horse, firing your muskets or your pistols and swinging your sword, whatever you want. But there's just no other game like it, so I figured I might show you some. Alright, I was told to talk to the elder. May your days be long, brother. Tell me, what is happening around here? With my name, blah blah blah. I really don't care. The dialogue is... I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know less how to pronounce that. I know Polish and Cossack and host and sometimes banner. Sometimes I forget, but I mostly know banner. So I just click through it and agree to find and wipe out the bandits. Bandits have settled in the forest nearby, set out to plunder each day. Alright, I agree. So, off to defeat them. And of course, there they are. If you don't, instead of having to hunt down all the bandits in the area, looking for the ones I was told to kill, it thankfully highlights them with blue numbers and purple name, so I know exactly who I'm supposed to be looking for. So, see, you can either automate the fight, which I don't recommend because no matter how good your troops are, if you send heavily armored troops with giant halberds against peasants armed with sticks and rocks, you'll lose at least 2 troops. It rolls the dice and is normally not in your favor. So, charge the enemy. I've disabled the sound of music just so it doesn't interrupt me speaking. As you can see here, I have a horse and I just bought this new horse. I have my carbine. Muskets are... the barrel is a bit too long to use while you're on a horse. My broadsword, and if I'm forced into close combat, a pistol. Oh dear, they have guns too. Sometimes they don't have guns, but they usually have a gun or two. Your mouse controls the direction of your swing. I click to the right, I swing to the right. I click up, down, and to the left. As you can probably guess, and blocking is directional as well. Alright, my men have engaged the enemy. They're not very good, but they're at least slightly better than the bandits. Oh, I did lose a man. Anything good in your favor is in light blue text. Anything bad in your favor is either in yellow or red text. Yellow means they were knocked unconscious. You can also use blunt weapons to knock enemies unconscious rather than killing them. This is sometimes, if you're out of money, this is sometimes handy because you can take them and ransom them off as prisoners. Get some quick coin. There we go. I lost a militia, but I killed 7 of the brigands. And of course, to the victor go the spoils. Now there's nothing really very good here. I did go around, just for this I used the cheat just to give myself money and went around. Because I didn't want to start out just piss poor to show you. But you start out without this pistol, with a saber that all does is swing, and something like this. Just a basic garb. You have shoes, not boots, and you have no gloves, and you have the basic horse, a stumper horse it's called. This is, however, the starting pistol. Now you have to keep supplies to keep your troops fed and happy, otherwise it will complain your troops are starving, and they will start to leave your service. Talk to the elder. I have come here to talk about those bandits. Hello again, my good man. The bandits are done for. They shall pester you no more. Do you remember your promise? Hungry forgotten. Thank you for your help. They give me wheat, flour, and oil. Other than food, you can also get goods the other kind of goods you can get are things like this: oil, silks, cloth, spice. They're for selling for high bargains. You can also get them from raiding villages. However, keep in mind something of average. A village of average wealth will give less than that of a village with rich wealth. However, if you raid one that's... if I can find an example... Are you kidding me? Ugh. Whatever, there are poor ones too, alright? There are poor towns. They will give you some supplies, barely any. You'll have better luck just finding the rich or average ones. They're also very rich, but they're very hard to find, but you certainly won't be hurting for money after that. But keep in mind, raiding the villages of this green nation, the Muscovite, such as Lagav right there, will anger them. If you can also demand, with high persuasion and bargain skill, you can demand supplies from them. The village gets mad at you, but you're not turned hostile by the... they don't become your enemies. Whatever. I lost the words I was looking for. And as you can see, there is a day and night cycle. At night you can't see. Normally I would have seen them farther away. However, at night you move more slowly, probably because you're more cautious, and it's harder to see enemies. The spotting skill increases your field of vision. Here we go. Let's give another fight, and then that'll be the end of it for this review. So your men are actually slowed down. You can give them orders. Like, for example, musketeers hold, this position, form one row, and fire on my command. And, infantry hold this position, just behind. As they approach, I will give them the order to fire a volley. It's not going to do too much, because I don't have very many marksmen, and they're not very well trained, but it's better than nothing. This is really handy if you have a lot of them. Ready? And there we go. See? Oh, look at that. Have my infantry charge. I'll charge in as well. I missed terribly. I'm so sorry. Pow. Oh, God. Your horse can actually get killed, and you will not be knocked to the ground. It doesn't die forever, and it reappears after the fight is over, whether you win or lose. However, if you lose, you can lose some of your gear. You can lose your new weapon. Sometimes you'll lose a weapon or some of your supplies and money. And sometimes they'll take your horse and your gun. They'll leave you with nothing but bullets, so as to flick them at your enemies as you pass by. Of course, you'll have to be passing by on foot, because you'll have taken your gun. Enemies, once disheartened, shift zooms in, will flee to the edge of the map, where they'll disappear. I try to take them down for the experience, the loot, and just because, why let one guy get away when I can catch him? I'm not lazy enough to just stand there while he gets away. There you go. And if you can't see the whole battlefield, don't know if there's anyone left standing, once your men stand in place and begin cheering, it will soon say the battle is won. Press tab to leave. See, bludgeons. Any blunt weapon, a flanged mace, or a bludgeon here, a club, or sometimes a blunt staff. As you can see, now he's a veteran. Not much good, but whatever, it's better than nothing. And so there you have it. It's all the games, Mount&Blade and Mount&Blade Warband and Mount&Blade with Fire and Sword, along with the expansion pack for Warband, Mount&Blade Napoleonic Wars, are all available on Steam for a reasonable price. This has been Naiavita GreyMoore. Thanks, and come again.